Want to speak real Spanish from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at SpanishPod101.com.
Hola, soy Brenda, tu profesora de español. Today we're going to talk about 10 different phrases that we use with the verbo tener. El verbo tener, as you may or may not know, it means to have in English, and it's a verb that we use to talk about possession mostly, and it's the same way that we use it in English to talk about possessions. For example, tengo tres hermanos, I have 3 brothers. Now, there are some differences between Spanish and English that sometimes we use el verbo tener, the verb to have in Spanish, and we use a complete different verb for these expressions that I'm going to share with you today. In English, we use the verb to be. Número 1, tener with años. So we are going to use the verbo tener in Spanish to talk about age. So in English, we would say I am, and then however old you are. In Spanish, we're going to say that we possess years in Spanish, and we're going to use the verb to have and say you have this many years. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense in English, but that's the way that we use it in Spanish. Por ejemplo, tengo 34 años. ¿Cuántos años tienes? How old are you? Número 2. Tengo hambre. Tengo hambre means I am hungry. So we use el verbo tener here again, which means to have, to say that we are hungry. I have hunger would be the literal translation, which doesn't make any sense in English, but it does in Spanish. We have to remember to use the verb to have, tener, when we talk about hunger in Spanish. Tengo hambre. ¿Tienes hambre? Número 3. Tengo sed. So we talked about hambre before, and it's the same thing with thirst. In español, we're going to use the verb tener, to have, to talk about thirst. So if you want to say I am thirsty, you have to say tengo sed. ¿Tienes sed? Número 4. Tengo miedo a. So we use this phrase to talk about fear. And when we want to say I am scared about something, we have to use this expression with the verbo tener en español. So we have to say tengo miedo a, and then you can use any nouns, any sustantivos. Por ejemplo, remember you have to use the article before the nouns here. So we'll say tengo miedo a las arañas, tengo miedo a los tiburones. Or you can say, you can use a verb if you are scared of an activity. For example, tengo miedo a bucear. Número 5, number 5. Tengo sueño. Tengo sueño. Tengo sueño means I am sleepy. Tengo sueño. I am sleepy. So again, we use this expression when, for example, you are in class and you are very sleepy, you probably didn't have a great night's sleep, so you can say and use this expression, tengo sueño. Now be careful, some of my students use it in the plural form, tengo sueños, and in that case, sueños would mean dream. So I have dreams, right? So in this case, it is a possession. We're talking about the dreams that you have, kind of like goals, but if you want to say that you're sleepy, then use it in the singular form, tengo sueño. Número 6, number 6, tengo prisa. Tengo prisa. Tener prisa significa to be in a hurry. So I am in a hurry would be tengo prisa. I am in a hurry. So we use this expression, for example, when you're going to work and you're running a little bit late, or when you're going to the airport to catch a plane, if you're going to a meeting or to the gym, anything that implies a schedule and you're running a little bit late, you can use this expression, tengo prisa. Yeah, so for example, if you're running to someone in the middle of the street as you are going or getting late to a different location, you can say, lo siento, tengo prisa. I'm sorry, I'm in a hurry. I have to go. Número 7, number 7. Tener calor. To be hot. Tener calor significa to be hot, but not as I am like, ooh, I'm good looking. Oh yeah, no. Tener calor significa in terms of the weather and the temperature when it's hot. I think we in English you say, oh, I'm hot. Sometimes I think we say more like it's hot as to talk about the weather and not yourself, right? So, tengo calor significa it's hot, I am actually hot, it's really hot. Número 8, number 8. Tener frío. Tener frío significa to be cold, which is the opposite of the previous one that we said before. We talked about tener calor. Tener frío es lo opuesto. So tener frío is the opposite of tener calor. So tener frío is the same. We use it to talk about the weather and how it makes you feel this temperature, and we say tengo frío, I am cold. Número 9, number 9. Tener ganas de. Tener ganas de is an expression that we use in Spanish, and it means to feel like doing something. We don't even use the verb to be for this one. It's to feel like doing something. Por ejemplo, and remember, because we have a preposition here in Spanish, ganas de, we are going to use a verb in the infinitive form after that preposition. So we can say, for example, tengo ganas de ir al cine. I feel like going to the movies. Tengo ganas de bailar salsa. I feel like dancing salsa. Tengo ganas de hablar y estudiar español. I feel like talking and studying Spanish, etc. You can just pretty much use any verb in the infinitive form to talk about what you feel like with the verb tener in Spanish. Tener ganas de. Tengo ganas de. Número 10. Number 10. Finally, the last expression with the verb tener en español that I'm going to teach you today is tener dolor de. Tener dolor de. So this expression means to be sore or to hurt in some part of your body. Tener dolor de. So, por ejemplo, vamos a ver unos ejemplos. Let's have a look at some examples. Tener dolor de cabeza, to have a headache. Tener dolor de estómago, to have a stomachache. Tener dolor de muelas, to have a toothache, etc. Muy bien, esas son 10 expresiones con el verbo tener en español. Those are the 10 phrases with the verb tener that I want to share with you today. Muchas gracias por ver esta lección y nos vemos en la próxima clase. Thank you so much for watching this lesson, and I will see you next class. Adiós!